is the Rastafari samurai, never leaving you dry in your eye. I'll prove this message nationwide. Seen Down to Earth podcast with my brother, the host Sean Myrie. We have a special guest today, returning, in fact, in the studio this time, the lovely Laura Tanifum.
Tanifum.
Hello, thank you for having me. Very nice to be
Blessings,
here.
blessing, Tanifum, right? Because some
Tanifum.
people get it wrong, right?
I know even Africans can get it wrong sometimes, but it's just the pronunciation. If you went to my country, they would say Tanifum, but
Okay.
Tanifum is like the Americanized.
So I see you've been working on your music, you've been
Yeah.
doing some things. You could tell us a little bit what you've been up to since, like, it was the COVID
I know.
times and stuff, you know?
I've been working on music this year a lot more low key than last year, which has been beneficial because I've been going through different stuff. But at the top of this year, I had plans to drop 2 EPs and everything, and was gearing up to do that. Was doing, the ciphers and the shows and everything. And then I remember distinctly, April 1st, I had this studio session with a producer that I really admire and respect and set out to work with, and we created some customized stuff that is still coming out. However, April 6th, my best friend died, and that kind of changed the trajectory of like how open I was this year. So a lot more of my moves were behind the scenes and watching and studying and planning and plotting, and now I have a lot of exciting news.
So tell us a little bit about your latest track. I listened to it. I'm feeling it still. It has like more of your vocal, showing your vocal side of yourself.
Exactly. Actually, yes. My latest track is called Say It's You. It just came out October 27th. And it's like, it's completely different, I think, than anyone's ever heard me do. Because most of my music that's released is rap, and the stuff that is sung has been like R&B and pop rock kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And this one is more R&B pop with like a lot of electro sounds in there and a different kind of production. And I wanted to diversify myself on the EP that I'm working on right now, which is my Windsor EP. It's mostly singing, so I wanted different styles on there because there's still gonna be the primary R&B songs and everything.
Like spotlighting your side of like what you could do, a different side, what you could do, like singing. Some people
Absolutely.
rap, you know what I mean? But like, it's good to bring out another side in yourself sometimes.
And I wanted something more vulnerable. I don't actually talk about anything that's like very, very vulnerable in my music typically that I've released. So I was just like, you know what? This has to do with like feels. Oh, is that Mr. Freddie?
Yeah.
Yo.
Yeah, you just wanted to give some people another piece of you, like it's art, right?
Absolutely. It's art. It's a different topic. It's not just a lot of my trap music, it's kind of like braggadocious and kind of showing how I'm like, I feel I'm what level I am in trap in rapping or stuff, or in my competition or in my lane. And I just wanted to diversify the topics as well as the sound.
So how do you feel right now for the ladies? Because I always bring this up, like in interviews with other ladies, right? Of the state of music for women right now, like in this time.
I guess it depends on what genre. I'm not familiar with the state
like,
of music.
I would say all for all women.
Okay. Well, to be honest, I wouldn't be concerned too much about the state of music for women in particular. I would say it's a lot about what you put into it, being what you get out of it and stuff like that, and your effort and consistency.
Yeah.
Not so much if you're a woman, in my opinion, at this point, because a lot of the people dominating music in a lot of industries are women. Like a lot of the biggest tours in the world this year, Beyonce, Taylor Swift, are women. And
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
That
I
is
just had to
so
highlight
true.
that because we always see,
know
like,
what?
it's always the men,
Could
right?
I say just one
So-
thing, what she said right there? In fact, Beyonce cannot go to certain restaurants because she will start a riot.
certain restaurants, she can't walk down the street.
No, seriously, she cannot. They'll charge her. They will.
Oh.
That's what I heard.
I
So
mean,
she's that
I
big.
wouldn't want to sit in there and be stared at, period. So
But why say that? Because, for a woman, you know what I mean? She is a big superstar.
absolutely.
You know what I mean? Straight up.
Biggest.
So what do you want to see for yourself, like coming up for this new year? Like you have this new single out right now.
I'm
You
not even done with this year yet, actually. I think because I've just released my first song uh, this past week since March, people may think that I'm gearing down and, just dropping something to keep people fed before the new year and then make all my plans for the new year. But I actually have a lot of very exciting things coming up for the rest of the year. So I plan to drop my project this winter. Whether that'll be December or January is still undecided, but I'm working on a feature that would blow people's minds.
That's good because I
Video
was gonna ask you
releases. I
what
want to know about video
I was
releases.
gonna ask you what you feel like a lot of artists, even you yourself, like need to do to stand, like more spotlight a feature because there's a
Yeah.
lack of that. There's so much of lack of and getting a good feature too, because
Yeah.
that's what could break an artist too into the game.
Absolutely. Like I've done a lot of collaborations throughout my time in the industry. A lot of them haven't even seen the light of day, to be honest. It can be kind of tricky working with people and actually going from when the song is written and recorded to
Yeah.
successfully releasing it with
Releasing
nothing interfering. I find it can be tricky, but I realize it's really the caliber of the people that I've been going afterwards and potentially selling myself short. And I kind of reached for the stars recently in terms of reaching out to somebody, which I'll show you shortly. But that worked out for me, and he's waiting on me at this point. So
Oh, okay, that's good. That's good. Doing
Yeah.
your way of networking. So, do you feel like you need to be doing some performances out here, like the local scene, a little bit more to kind of exercise your?
okay, so I just went to I was just at Rivoli on the 24th because a friend of mine, Lubov, she had a release party for her EP that just came out, Every Color. Love Lubov K. That's- I was there, and that was my first time being at a show specifically in Toronto in a while, because I don't think I haven't been very active in Toronto
Yeah.
for several months, and I was surprised by all the people that I ran into that I've seen perform that still remembered me, but it's because I was actually in a music co-op this entire summer in Barrie.
Okay, that's
So
good.
I was performing. I did my first paid festival, which was Carrot Fest in Bradford, followed by a paid performance at Meridian Place in Barrie, Aurelia Opera House. All these performances, just nowhere near Toronto.
Yeah.
I was in this program, and they were kind of navigating my development, and it was all singing. I was not rapping at all.
Yeah.
Is that the Beat Cave program?
No, it's called Canadian Musicians Cooperative.
Oh,
So
okay.
I'm gonna ask you now that you're saying this. Don't you think? I believe that the problem what's going on is I'm gonna be straight up, no filter. A lot of artists or people who say they want to be artists need the artist development. That's part of
Absolutely.
artist development. What you're saying by going to this camp and writing camps or whatever, singing camps, vocal camps. That's developing something. You could have talent, but sometimes you need to sharpen it
You need
and
to sharpen
learn
it.
the business side of it.
For me specifically, it's about learning, sharpening, but continuously doing so, because I went through an amazing artist development program last year, which was Canada's Music Incubator, where I was one of 7 people in Canada that made it into that one, and that was amazing.
big.
And someone might feel, okay, you went through the CMI, like you should just blow up after that. It's like, no, they gave you the tools, and then following that, you're an alumni, and you need to build your strategy, and where you need help, they can fill in. And they had, their focuses and the people that they brought in from the industry to help you and the connections they made. Whereas the cooperative that I went through in Barrie, it was very much focused on performance aspect.
Yeah.
We had a performance coach in the CMI in those 6 weeks. However, I had personal time with that performance coach twice.
Yeah.
Here, we had to go through rehearsals. I will tell you, I was in rehearsal sometimes, rehearsal days lasting over 13 hours. You're rehearsing with a band, you know what
Yeah.
I mean? You're being filmed during your rehearsals. You have to plan staged moments.
Yeah.
It was kind of nerve-wracking. It's just like, and there's a panel just watching you, and it's like, okay, it's like, and when they're not feeling you, they'll just cut the whole thing and take it from the top. Cause they're like,
So-
we're gonna put you out on these shows, but you're gonna rehearse. You're gonna get to like your performance.
So they really
level.
want you to put in the work, but there's a lot of people who don't they can't think like that.
And in this program,
like,
you have to do mandatory outdoor performance. Like someone,
Yeah.
it's something similar to busking. You have to do mandatory outdoor performance hours per week.
that's
So
development.
like close to 10.
Yeah.
So I was like busking on the side of the road in Barrie for like 3 hours at a time, 6 hours a day sometimes, and all that stuff. And it's mandatory. You have to fulfill those hours in order to complete the contract that you signed. So it's like, if you don't know about the equipment, they're going to teach you it. But now you got to go get the equipment and get out there and do it.
But there's only a few people like yourself who could have that commitment to do something like that.
I signed a contract. Yeah, you had to. It was a pretty tough auditioning process to get into the program. I didn't think I made it in, to be honest. And then I made it in the very last minute, right before it started. And first week was mass signing week. You have to sign a contract saying you're not going to work anywhere else because we're paying you.
See.
And you have to complete these mandatory contract hours. And here's the breakdown of what these hours have to go towards. So it was very much like telling you what to do, which I kind of need.
So right now, what do you need right now for yourself, for your career to?
Speaking of all this development, I'm
next level.
starting a new one next weekend.
A new one again?
Yes, because I did the one. Yes, when I say it's continuous, it's very continuous. I did the one this summer that was focused on performance thing. I'm up to a level where it's decent, and they've helped me book like my next performance. I'm at an award show in November performing, and that was someone who saw me singing at the side of the road for that program that booked me for the Barrie Arts Awards.
So if you see your results, then I can't blame you for keep going. If you see the results,
I'm going through another program coming up called Abstract.
Yeah.
Abstract production, abstract media, and the reason that I'm going through that one right following the performance focused one is because they focus a lot on developing the content.
So you see, this is what some people would be asking a question like this. Like, for example, I'm a big time producer coming from somewhere, right? And I see that you have talent, and I go up to you right now, and you're part of one of these associations, and I say I want to give you so and so dollars or this great big contract and everything. What and it's all legit. Can you get that?
Can I get that, or would I?
Can you get it because you're in this other association?
Through the cooperative in Barrie, I don't particularly know if people were scouting for contracts for like deals and stuff, but I mean, I got my performance that I'm doing based on someone seeing me at the side of the road, so I'm not sure what else other people were reached out for based on them being seen by other people, right? So
you're not getting me. You're not getting me with that.
I don't know what you can get. Because mind you, like, I'm in a Discord group.
I know.
With my program, and they post like the updates of stuff coming up. Like, hey guys, if in case you didn't know, this and this is coming up so far, and someone will comment, I'm performing at that.
I know.
Someone else
so
will
you
like,
have to organize. You're part of an organization, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm saying though, right? This is what some people would look on, and I'm bringing it up. If someone has a company, just say I'm Birdman or whatever.
Okay.
And
I didn't understand.
And you're a great artist, and he wants to sign you right now. Could you come out of that situation?
Oh, I thought you meant are people getting those kind of opportunities from this program? You're asking, can I sign? Absolutely. Okay. Yeah, the contract that I signed was an employment contract for the term of the program.
Yeah.
Saying you cannot work elsewhere and you must fulfill these activities in order to be employed here. It wasn't some exclusive contract.
Yeah, because I'm just saying there's some people, there's some things like that, right?
No.
So how important do you think it is for artists to know their business? Like,
it's very important for you to know your business, but the business that you don't know, you should use an entertainment lawyer for. For example, if Birdman reached out to me right now wanting to sign me, I wouldn't sign the contract before going to an entertainment lawyer because I wouldn't understand what it means. So a lot of people get screwed that way. Like what, Megan Thee Stallion blew up, and then the next thing you know, she's saying 1501 this, but the rap she say, I'm the 1501 queen, huh? Yeah. And it's like, oh, wait, you know?
Yeah.
What?
Have you ever thought of going, like, have you made trips over to, like, you know, down South America?
Not specifically for music. I've just not been
Europe, anywhere?
I'm planning a Europe one actually, because there's a producer. They have a song called "I'm It," and it's produced by someone in Europe, and we've actually connected now over Instagram. So He's just like, you need to come out to Europe and I'll make some introductions with you for artists, because he produces for people bigger than myself. He's like, I'll make introductions if you come out here. So I'm trying to plan that for the new year. Europe.
Yes, that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
See, that's good.
Yeah.
How important you feel that is for artists to have their passport? Because
To have your passport, it depends on what you're trying to do, because there's artists that are bigger than me in Toronto that have criminal records and can't travel out of the.
yeah, but
You know what
that's
I
a big mistake they have done.
Yeah,
You
But
want you
I
just
don't want to.
really
you
go
just
there.
turned on something.
You really wanna
for
go
me
there?
to say what you're saying.
But the thing is, how long? But check this out. You said that, right?
Yeah.
But how long are they gonna be big if they cannot leave? How long are they gonna be big for?
No, I mean, I'm saying that depends on what you're.
Yeah,
trying
they're
to
big
do.
here, but you're right. You're what you're trying to do, because what
Yeah.
you're saying here, right? They could be big here. You could be big here all you want. And I said this many times.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean that you're big somewhere else. And the person who's not as big here, who people don't, is actually sometimes bigger than the person who's
Absolutely.
here somewhere else.
Absolutely, you could. Yeah, people have fan bases in the most random places. Like my favorite rapper from Toronto is Casper TNG. He has a criminal record.
Yeah.
For sure. And I see, if I just go on his IG right now, you'll see him posted up in Peru on the weekend's tour or something.
Well, he got through
Popping
something.
up, you know what I mean? But no, not all countries don't accept criminals. It's the
Yeah.
US.
Yeah.
So it's like, if you're really going towards the US market, it's important for you to be able to travel.
Yeah.
Or befriend Drake so he can get you a
You
pardon.
just said it right. And you know what? I'm going to say it like this, what you just said there. If you are doing hip hop and the market is in America, it could be in England, but it is in America, the main goal is not to have any record, because you ain't
Yes.
going to be making, you're just going to make it so far.
If you're trying to get to the US and you do not know Drake, don't commit crimes.
It's true.
It's pretty much it.
Lise.
It's like any big job besides the music. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's better that you have a clean background. You know, straight.
It's easier.
So what's some of your music inspirations? Once again, I'll ask you.
It kind of shifts based on what style of music I'm currently working on. Oh, right now, like I'm working on some Afrobeats music
That's good.
that I'm writing, and there are actually several artists from different countries in Africa that are making that lane look very
Yeah.
much more realistic.
It is realistic now that you brought that up.
Very much so. There's like Thames Aerostar and this girl blowing up right now named Tyla. It's like they're really showing, that the same way that the Caribbean music and stuff.
Why
like
not?
That goes
Why
viral.
not? Because that's
can
one
do it.
reason hip hop sales have gone down. I feel it's because the
Yeah.
Afro beat and other musics get popular. So if you could do it, you should do it.
And I should, because I was born in Africa.
See? You might as well you start, because straight up, that's what is hot right now, and it's gonna be hot for a long time. I don't think it's gonna go away.
Oh, definitely not.
Right? It's
No.
like not just a trend. It's been around a long time, like for a good while, but now it's more.
They
in
just
pop.
needed the exposure to
Yeah,
pop.
the exposure pop
Yeah.
right now. So how you feel, like you feel that's the new thing for a lot of people, especially people of the African
I think if
background.
you're an artist of African descent right now and you're not trying it out, you should be trying it out. I don't encourage everyone
No,
under
not
the sun
everybody.
to just, it might not look authentic, but
Yeah.
you should try it out if that's authentic to you.
All right.
Yeah. If you're a rock star, I mean, just stick to your lane. But yeah, I think I've shown enough diversity for it not to be so weird for me to jump into that.
But how you feel about a lot of the female rappers right now? Like, I feel like there's good talent, but I feel like it's similar, like what we're saying. Like, I think too much people are trying it, and it's not really. It's becoming not authentic anymore. It's becoming like copycats.
I mean, I always have an opinion about anything, but it doesn't make it the correct opinion. I think different things have different people. To be honest, the female rappers that I pay attention to are the ones that I think are really great. Like, you know what I mean? Like that's who I pay
I know what you mean.
I
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
sit around
Yeah.
watching
Yeah.
like the stuff that is ridiculous.
Since you're talking about greats, who's been inspiring to you, like, in your beginning of your journey of music? Like even before you even started doing music, who do you like? You dig? Who do you like to listen
Oh,
to?
before.
All of that. Yes.
Oh yeah, it kind of depended on what phase in my life, but as a child, like growing up, the music that I grew up on was like Michael Jackson, Madonna, Celine Dion, all that stuff. And then when I moved to the U.S. in grade 1, it was very much Britney Spears and Aaliyah.
Okay.
And then it's like when I moved to Senegal in grade 4, that's when Akon was like blowing up. And so it's been all over the place, really depending on where I lived. But it's always been like something and then pop. Because even like, Akon, he's like whatever he does in the pop version. And then wherever I'm living, it's like whoever made it to mainstream and whatever they were doing, that's who I was listening to.
Oh, I'm gonna ask you if you could be a superhero, maybe a supervillain, who would you pick? What character would you pick?
This is gonna reveal that I do not watch those kind of things.
I'm
not
yeah,
the Marvel.
anything.
Nothing.
It doesn't have to be Marvel.
What kind of superpower would you want, like, indoor?
Oh, superpower?
Yeah.
Of course, I would want to be invisible.
Oh,
Okay. A lot of people like that.
For sure.
Visibility.
I would say teleporting, but invisible because the things that I'd want to do, I wouldn't want to be seen.
Well, at the same time, you could get to hear and see things that
Every
people
time
are
someone
talking and things like that, right? The ultimate spy.
Not a spy. I don't care about y'all's business. Anytime it comes to something supernatural, I'm trying to figure out the easiest way to rob banks. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Teleport and take it and teleport and leave. You're still gonna be seen, but I'm just like, I could do a lot of shit if I was invisible. But no, I don't care enough about a lot of things to spy unless it's like sitting in on meetings of things that could get me more money.
All right,
So,
then.
Yeah,
That's good.
Benefit to yourself.
absolutely.
Yeah.
So right now, besides like music and everything, do you have anything else you like to do on your spare time, or like ideas for like business?
Yes. Oh, ideas for business. Well, I'll start with things I like to do in my spare time because I actually, some people don't know this, I went to film school. That's what I did in college. And I worked in film for a couple of years after that, but that was like, I finished film school in 2013. But now coming up next year, I am going to be in Kenya for 6 weeks
Okay.
because I got a production role on a movie.
That's good.
So that's gonna open a lot of doors as well in that industry because as soon as you get a credit, the floodgates kind of open, and through a family connection, I was able to get that, and I just found that out like
That's
a couple
good.
weeks ago.
And a
Yeah.
little
Congrats
vacation.
to that.
Yes, I've
Congrats
never
to
been
that.
to East Africa. Yeah.
That's good. That's good. So what's next? What's next
Next for Laura.
Next, in the immediate future, is I'm performing at the Barrie Arts Awards at the McLaren Center in Barrie. Yes, I got that booked, I think, last week. And following that, I have a performance. I don't know if you guys have heard of the Jam Squared podcast, but they're
No.
hosting a huge Christmas gala in December where I've been hired to perform. So what's next is a lot of my hired gigs. I'm not doing a lot of things for free right now.
Nice.
That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good.
That's good.
And
You know
then-
your worth now.
And then I'm going to just show you this little thing I'll screen for you to know
Yeah.
what's really, really good on what's next, because this could shape a lot of stuff for me.
All right. Oh, yeah, man. He's good. He's good.
Yeah,
That's
so
good.
that's who I'm working on things with right now. And yeah, there's an artist in Toronto who now has his own label and just signed his first artist, and I'm discussing, music with him right now in collaboration. So
That's a good. That's
I
good
have a master
collaboration.
plan there.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Much respect, Lara
Yes.
Tanifum.
Yo,
That's
yo,
it.
yo.
And if I know
Tanifum.
Tanifum.
it's like 3 words.
Tanifum.
Yo,
Bless up,
But
Tanifum.
before we go straight up, could you give Down to Earth podcast a nice shout out or drop for us, please?
absolutely. This is Laura Tanifum, and you're listening to the Down to Earth podcast.
Bless.
Yes,
Much respect.
yes. And one more thing, let them know where they can find you on all digital platforms.
Yes. LauraTanifum on all platforms. I'm on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, Threads, not Twitter or X or whatever, but yeah, that's pretty much it right now.
No, you heard it here first on the Down to Earth podcast here with my brother Sean Myrie and Laura Tanifum from the Rastafari Samurai, never leaving you dry in your eye. I approve this message nationwide.